EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go, and what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range, but this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two.
Third shot, looking for a good one. On the green, and a chance for birdie here in the first hole. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards. On the green, and a chance for birdie. This is a cross-country special.
Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there for par. And that's in for a par. The third hole here at the Wetlands is a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, it appears to be a pretty straightforward tee shot.
It is, and actually, Rich, when I was watching the web.com event here, this is where I saw those young, talented players really take advantage of a hole like this. Just ramrod straight. They teed it up and just ripped it down there, and these are the sort of holes they can often make three on. Bunkers sort of short, left and right. Plenty of green to work with. Nice high-flying second shot will be well rewarded here.
That one is well off target.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. But you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. And we pick up action at the fourth. Frank, this would be a good time to get it going. Made some pars to this point, but if you want to win, you have to make birdies.
Rich, I think the thought of winning has to be removed from one's psyche right now. You've just got to worry about what's in front of you. It just looks confused, forgetting about playing the actual game itself. Winning happens by a series of good shots. Let's get back to the basics of playing golf.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Good putt. Day 3, and what a tournament this is shaping up to be, Frank.
Quite simply, great weather, great golf, great fans, which is the perfect mix for a golfer trying to win a tournament. The final round, if this is anything to go by, has to just be sensational.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. At 450, it's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit, and bunkers once again short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
315. Second shot. Good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Bang for another birdie. 8 under par for the tournament. 14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
Now the second shot to the par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Safely aboard. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Moving to the 16th hole here at the Wetlands, 455-yard par 4, and you can see, Frank, that green is heavily guarded.
And consequently, you're really going to have to judge that second shot. Know your yardage, and also a good strike's required to safely keep the ball on the putting surface.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. That is classy.
I had a chance of going in.
Just 5 feet left. And with that birdie, moves into second place. 17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3, and that'll find the nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Solid play, heart of the green. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. Keep the 3-wood 250, 260 yards. Do the maths. It's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Filling it up today. Beautiful putt. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Moorish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That birdie gets the player to red figures, 1 under for the tournament. 13th hole is where the action is right now. Let's take you there. Frank, how would you assess this first round performance from our featured golfer?
I'd say commercial, solid, very professional. If this is the worst round they score all week, it's not such a bad round.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that. Second shot.
This could be a good one. On the green in regulation. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the two bunkers.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I thought that tipped the 300-yard mark.
180 yards away, ready to play the second shot. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You know, you realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course, but this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green.
That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Huge chance to climb the leaderboard. A putt for eagle. Well, maybe next time. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
There you have it, Frank. The first round is a wrap. We saw some good golf out there.
It was certainly a fun round to watch. There's a lot of great players in this field, and this is such an exciting venue. I just can't wait to see what happens the rest of the championship.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything: birdie opportunities, holes that are fraught by water, bunkering that's being changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly 500,000 people that visit this during the tournament week.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is a solid par putt. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dogleg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly at least 20 yards or so into that green, otherwise that ball is going to run towards the front.
Our featured golfer setting up for another approach. Really needs to get something going here, Frank.
And that green right now must look like the size of a thimble.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
Even par currently.
A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Here at the par 4 9th hole, Frank, what's the strategy off the tee?
Well, there's one bunker down the right side that you have to be very wary of. 325 yards to carry that, so it's very much in play, and just over 290 to reach it. Ideally, you have to go left about that down the left side. But really, this is a second shot hole because this green is not very deep. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
This is a good lie, 155 yards out. Go. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports at one of the great venues in all of golf, TPC Scottsdale. Upwards of 500,000 fans expected throughout the week here. A lot of buzz being generated, and now plenty of fireworks as well on this back nine.
There is, Rich. This is a Super Bowl type atmosphere, and the 10th hole, what a wonderful way to start this back nine. A dogleg right that's been radically changed in 2014. Numerous bunkers added. This is a very strict dogleg right par 4, and by that I mean you're going to have to hit it down the left to have an open shot at this green.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Par 4 10th hole. And Frank, do you think players should consider cutting the corner over that large bunker along the right side?
Well, in years gone by, Rich, that's exactly what they were starting to do. And consequently, they've sort of put in a few new bunkers really to stop that avenue or access into 10. Really, the easiest way to play it is just play it down the left side, leave yourself in. If you want to be brave, be prepared that if you miss, you'll find a bunker.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Set in the Sonoran Desert and surrounded by the majestic McDowell Mountains, we're at the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for today's event. Frank, when you think about the TPC Scottsdale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The golf course has been radically changed in 2014, but it still hasn't lost its luster. Really, it's just been updated like the game itself for these young, strong players of the modern era.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 5th.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tees added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
Second shot, good look at the green. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Ready to tee off now at the 6th. This is a dogleg left.
And another hole that's being stiffened by bunkers on both the left and the right side, really giving you the decision on what club to hit. Should you be bold or should you be smart?
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
She is really dialed in. All facets of her game are clicking.
there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to putt beautifully. On to the par 3 7th, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed. Still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive and that green starts to widen.
Frank, that's a quality shot.
16 feet or so away. Very makeable.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot.
Frank, the march is on.
They're within touching distance of the leader now.
Now here at the par 4 8th, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the already long 475 yards.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, it's not just a golf tournament at the TPC Scottsdale.
It's a party.
It's a giant throwdown, isn't it?
It certainly is, but the atmosphere works here. It just fits in. The players are aware of it. They're quite fine to play amongst it too, because it's such a rare event.
And to be honest, a lot of the fans, and there were almost 180,000 on Saturday alone in 2013, a lot of the fans, they don't see a single golf shot. They're too busy having a good time, having a party. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. In for par. Finishing out the front side now at the 9th. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front 9, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here. 1 bunker down the right side to be aware of off the tee, though. I doubt anybody could carry that. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Yeah, about 145 yards left here. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. And that wraps up the 3rd round. Just 1 more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weisskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a cross-country special. Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist-pumping, the Rory spectators. And he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous, a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
He's in the hole for a birdie.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Biggest crowds in all of golf, and a big putt right here to win the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. Par 4 18th, and Frank, if you are trying to win the tournament out here at TPC Scottsdale, this is all you want down the stretch.
It is. There's a short bunker there, obviously for the recreational player to respect. 3 bunkers down the right side protected, and that new bunkering situation down the left there to stop the attack of a Bubba Watson or a J.B. Holmes. Now, this tee shot is going to have to be respected, and the green, too, is anything other than flat.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
And about 210 yards to the flagstick here on this par 3.
It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie.
Settles in over the putt.
With that birdie, now at 1 under par for the tournament. And now down to hole number 15. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, just been holding steady all day long, Frank.
A solid round of golf. 4 of these will certainly bode well come the end of the week.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Safely on the dance floor.
Stays at 1 under with that par. Frank, we know at Bay Hill, the finishing stretch allows a player to make some things happen. You can make up some ground. Par 5, 16th. How realistic is birdie or even eagle?
Well, this is where it all starts, and you're right on the money here, Rich. Good tee shot, you can be looking at 3 or 4. Bad tee shot, 6 or 7, and the round goes horribly wrong because you've got 17 and 18 to come.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. So we have 190 yards left. This tournament has such a rich history. When you look at the list of multiple tournament winners here at Bay Hill, names like Ernie Els, Kite, Lauren Roberts pop up. They've all won it twice. And then there's one guy who obviously stands above everyone.
Yeah, Tiger Woods winning here 8 times. Obviously, the golf course is perfect for him, but it's the stature of the event. The Arnold Palmer Invitation has gone on for so long. It's one of the events that you look forward to. You know what the golf course is like, but also you know what's required to play well with.
Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Plays slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short right, and of course the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shapes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 on the golf course.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
Frank, now one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, the 18th.
Hole's got a little easier over the years with the new equipment. People getting it out there a little further, so you've got a shorter club in, but you've got to be wary of that run out on the right side.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, Frank, this is one of the most famous shots in the whole sport of golf, the 2nd to 18 at Bay Hill.
And one of the most unpredictable, unless your name is Robert Gamers. Remember, he holed his second shot here to win the tournament many years ago. For some reason, the yardage book's almost got to be thrown away here at 18, Rich, because that second shot always plays longer or shorter than the actual number. So be a little lucky here, as well as good at 18. A lip out's fine, as long as it doesn't happen to you.
Clean this up with a tap. Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Now putt for par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sits up, 6 or a 7 iron. That's an absolute beauty.
See if our featured player can do something right today.
Yeah, when you're swinging well, obviously target looks as big as a barn, but on days like today, everything looks difficult.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Ooh, so close. I don't know if that was a misread or what, Frank, but that one hurts.
Yeah, she's certainly going to have to pick up her socks after that.
Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here?
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. What a tremendous display of power and precision.
Strong wind here early in the round.
Now the third shot at the par 5.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that.
Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570-odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
Can't ask for much more. Right in the fairway here at 13.
Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wedged. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots, and here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
Well, you could hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Really? This is an awkward length. Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. This is a good-looking shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. 3rd place, a really good position to be playing from here on in.
Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5, 12th How critical are the par fives if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par fours are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par five, you really got to take advantage of it. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5, 12, pitch shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing.
Wow, and with that eagle, Frank, now only 2 shots back.
All of a sudden put the name back into the mix just when we thought it might be too late.
At the par 4 13th now, this is a hole, Frank, that requires some smart club selection. What are the options here?
Yeah, very sneaky par 4. That bunker on the right is 250 yards or so off the tee. So you've either got a choice to play short of that or sneak it down the end, which is about 300 yards. But if you try and be bold here and miss the fairway, that second shot, evil.
Second shot, good look at the green. That will be a great look at birdie. And with that, birdie moves into second place. Frank, now to the 14th, a par 3, and how difficult is this hole?
Once again, very narrow entry into the green, so ideally you want to fly the ball a little higher than normal, make it soft, make it land a little softer.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
You got away with one right there. Just missed that bunker.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand the whole way.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with 1 round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Playing this par 4, still not on the green. Well, this is always one of the toughest moments in any round. You've made a mistake, you hit it OB, you're disappointed, but you have to regroup, you have to focus, and try to get this next one in play. now playing 4 after going OB on that previous shot. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. This is an 11-foot putt. And with that par, moves into 3rd place. At the 15th hole now at Bay Hill, this is a massive dogleg, Frank.
Yeah, if you're a Bubba Watson type player and you can move the ball around, you can move it left to right, that'll certainly help the tee shot. If you're average Joe, though, just hit it down the left. Take your medicine.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Well, she just played a wonderful shot from back there. These putts keep the round together. Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot, which comes over the lake. And that's a hold your breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. And what a shot. Setting up for an eagle here.
Good scoring opportunity. 3rd shot here at the par 5.
Count it for an eagle. Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Frank, that's just a really good putt right there.
Yeah, that's why you call lag putting. You get outside a certain distance and really your mind has to be about 2-putting and not trying to be a hero.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Frank, how'd you like to be a rookie? You're going up against, at the time, the greatest player in the game, the great white shark, Greg Norman, and you hole a 7-iron to win a tournament?
Well, all you had to do was look at the expression on Norman's face as that ball landed and went in.
What did he hit there?
7-iron.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Well,
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now. That was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, we did see some good golf out there today, but others really struggled.
Yeah, any competitive player wants to win. We don't doubt that, but we know you're not going to win them all. So it's still important for every golfer to continue to gain experience, to actually get something out of each and every tournament they play in.